Hello, and you're very welcome back. So today I'm going to guide you through a full body stretching and mobility routine. So if you've just come from one of my workouts, big thumbs up to you and well done on completing that workout. So we'll get stretched now before you cool down too much, and I'll bring you through some mobility exercises. Now if you haven't done a workout, this is something you just like to do on your active rest day. I would advise that you do just spend about 5 minutes warming up. Okay, so we'll start with the head and work our way down. Okay, all right. So you can do this seated on a chair. Now, like before we start, you may want to use a chair for some of the stretches. Just have a chair handy, and also a mat. If you're working on a hard surface like a wooden floor, you'll probably more than likely need a mat for your knees. You'll be all right if you're on a carpet, or if you don't have a mat, just have a towel handy. Okay, all right, let's start off now. We're going to start off just cooling down and stretching out your neck. So we'll just do, first of all, we'll do a few neck rotations. Just relax your hands by your side and we'll just rotate the neck side to side. Now do this slowly because you don't want to start feeling dizzy or nauseous. Okay, now make sure your tummy muscles are engaged. Okay, so again, it's lovely to just get all those knots and all that tension that builds up in our neck out first, okay? That's it. So stretching out that neck there. Good. And then we'll just hold it here. Now push your hands down to the floor, and what you're doing there is you're just increasing the stretch there in your neck. Now don't be overly aggressive, okay? Just be careful and gentle with your neck. That's it. Pushing down and change sides. Now you'll notice I'm going from side to side, going towards the front rather than going back, because I find that's too stressful on the discs in your neck. So down, and we'll stretch out the other side again, back around. Push down as if you're pushing something heavy into the ground. Hold it there and around to the other side, and your neck should feel nice and relaxed. Good. Now also for the neck, we can just gently grasp the head and just gently bend it to one side. So what I'm doing here, my right hand is pushing down into the ground and my left hand is gently tugging on my head. I'm not overly pulling on my head. I'm just actually using my fingers just to help gently stretch out the neck muscles. That's it. And we'll switch around to the other side. Good. Push down again. Now we're going to move on to some hip rotations, okay? So gently rest your hands on your hips and we're just going to rotate around. And this is absolutely wonderful for warming up your hips and also just for bringing mobility into your hips when you're finished your workout. So side to side. And just going in one direction. Okay, so just go one direction and we'll switch around then for the other side. That's it. Keep your tummy muscles engaged now and just breathe gently. So again, just doing some stretches today mixed with some mobility moves. Now go the other direction. That's it. Again, try not to arch that back. Around, slight bend in the knee. And this is a lovely, lovely way to keep your hips mobile and very simple as well. Nothing too complicated here with these stretches and mobility moves today. Okay, let's do 2 more. And last one. Now this is one you're familiar with. You may need help with balance, so just holding on to something. These are your rainbow legs. Okay, you can let go and use your arms to help balance the body. That's it, good. And if coming up that high is too much for you, just come down a little bit lower, okay? So, but you get a nice stretch on those inner thighs. If you come up, try and get that knee up to, just around to belly button height. That's good. And around, and feeling that lovely stretch in your groin muscle there, your inner thighs. Again, it's a dynamic stretch for the hips. And I do spend a lot more time doing mobility moves these days rather than too much static stretching. I just find that those moves are more true to life. I will do both though, but these I find these days, since I turned into my late 40s and turned 50, I just find that the mobility moves just are more helpful for my back. I have a stiff back, just be very stiff in the mornings, and I find these help me a lot more than the static stretches. That's good. Let's do 2 more and last one. Now I'm going to do some rotations of the hip. Now again, you might need help here by a bit of assistance for your balance, so just hanging on to some furniture. And if you want to let go and work on your balance, give that a go. This is actually quite a tiring move because again, it wouldn't be a move we would regularly do. So I'm just I'm stirring the pot, so to speak. I'm drawing a big circle here with my toe. That's it, good. I won't do too many of these because they are quite tiring. And again, I'm spending more time here just at the moment doing mobility rather than holding a stretch. That's it, good. Now it's really important that you do work on your hips because as we get older, I mean, when you get to 50, 60 and so on, your hips have carried so much weight for so many years. Even if you're a normal weight, I'm not being derogatory there, they do carry the weight of the body no matter what weight you are. So you really need to spend time and give them a bit of TLC. Let's do 2 more and around. Now let's do some actual static stretches for the hip flexor. Now this is one you will see me do. You can do it down on the floor, you will need a mat, or you can do it upright. So because I'm here, I'll do upright today. So what I want you to do is go down, just bend your knee slightly and then tilt your pelvis back. And that slight pelvic tilt there stretches out the front of your leg a lot better, okay? So what you're doing there, you've got to imagine your hip is like a bucket of water. It's a bucket with water in it, and you're throwing the water, tilting the water back out behind you, or tilting that pelvis backwards. And that automatically lengthens out that quadricep or thigh muscle for you now, and into the hip flexor. Now if you reach up and bend over a little bit to the side, you'll stretch it out even more, but watch your back here. Now if you can get down a little deeper, you're going to really feel it in that hip flexor. That's it, good. Well done. And come on up. It's not one that you'd hold for too long. Let's try the other leg. So down, get into position, tilt back, and you may feel it straight away just by tilting. You may not even need to reach up and bend to the side. Can you hold it there? Your legs will be tired if you've just come fresh off a workout. Good, hold it. Try not to arch that back. Okay, come on up out of it. And then if you want to, you can do a chair stretch, okay? So putting your foot up on the chair, leaning forward. And if you push your foot into the ground, you're going to feel calf. Lift up, you may feel a little bit more hip flexor. Try and keep the leg as straight as you can. And if you push the chair away, it gets deeper into the hip flexor. Now it's quite a challenging stretch because your other leg is very, very flexed. That's it, good. And breathe through it. Okay, now we'll switch around and do the other leg. Again, if you keep your heel up, it's more of a stretch you're going to feel in your hip flexor. Let it build up to a point of mild tension, okay? And once you've reached that point, you can push the chair away. If you're on a wooden floor, that'll work nicely, but if you're doing it on a carpeted area, it'd be difficult to move the chair. But you can feel a lovely stretch there. Keep your back nice and straight. Feeling this in the front of the hip, right here, along the top of that straight leg. Good work, and come out of that. Now I'm going to do the usual standing quadricep stretch where you bend your supporting leg slightly, hold on to the bent knee or the runner there and just draw your leg up towards your bottom. Okay, now I'm using both hands because I find I get a much better stretch, and it hits not only the quadricep or the thigh muscle, but also if you can get your two hands, it'll go up, travel right up into your hip flexor. So tilt the pelvis back like you did there with the hip flexor stretch, and look how much your chest is opening. You're getting a bonus chest stretch here. That's it. Don't let your knee wander out. Keep it close to your body. Keep it close to the standing leg. And again, once that tension wears off, draw your knee a little closer to your bottom so that you can increase the stretch. Keep breathing through it. Well done. You have to be very patient with stretching. Don't rush through it. Now abs in before you lift again. So you may need to hold on to something even just to get into the stretch. But it's a great one to work on balance. If you can let go here, you'll be working on your balance as well. Okay, now abs in again. Keep breathing though. And draw that heel up towards your bottom. Stretch out that chest. I can really feel a lovely stretch in my pecs here. Good. That's it. Feeling a nice stretch there. And relax out of that. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do some stretches lying down, okay? So this is where your mat will come in handy. Okay, so lying hamstring stretch. So down we get. All right. Now keep this leg. I'm going to stretch out the right leg first, and you can keep this leg bent, okay? And just gently drawing your leg up. And don't overly straighten your leg because then you might hit the calf muscle, and we want to feel straight away. Now I can feel the hamstring there, but if you try and straighten your leg too much, I think it tends to head in more to the calf. So just a slight bend in the knee. I know you will see people who can straighten their leg fully. And feel that nice stretch in the back of your leg. I'm keeping my head up. You can lie down, but if you do lie down, make sure you have a pillow or you're going to get neck tension. Pillow or a cushion, just grab something, even a rolled up towel would be perfect. That's it, good. And let's switch around. So make sure your hips are square and facing the ceiling. They're not rotating. And gently ease into the stretch. You don't want to start, if your leg starts quivering, you've probably rushed into the stretch. That's your stretch reflex kicking in, so we don't want that. Good. And just draw that leg a little closer to your face. You can use your hands to help you stretch. So you can push your calf muscle into your hands, and that'll really increase the stretch in your hamstring. You really feel that deep in the belly of the muscle. That's it, good. Now while we're here, keep your lower back flush into the floor. I'm going to do baby in the crib stretch. So this is more for calf, so the knees will be quite bent. Hold on to the toe of your runner. Keep your neck relaxed. Now this one you will have to bring your head up. You're like you're doing a tummy crunch. And keep your neck relaxed. Just drop your chin towards your chest, but not on your chest, so you're not over flexing your neck. And don't look up to the ceiling or you'll be overextending your neck, and that'll cause an awful lot of pain. And feel that stretch in your calf muscles. You might have to straighten your legs a little bit just to feel it go into your calf a little bit, yeah. Feeling it now. That's good. Well done. Now, hip and glute. So I'm going to just cross my leg over, and I've made a triangle here, an upside down triangle. I'm going to go through the triangle and draw my knee, using my hands, drawing my leg towards my face. Okay. That's it. Good. And as soon as that tension wears off, just draw your leg a little bit closer. Keep your back flush into the mat there or the floor. And then just switching over, plant your foot on the ground first. Make sure your hips are square as much as you possibly can. Push away and just draw that knee up to your chest. This is a lovely, lovely stretch for your glutes and all those little hip rotators, all those forgotten muscles. Keep breathing. Well done. Now just relax. Let's relax your neck. Hopefully you have something there you can grab and relax your neck. I've got my ponytail here to keep my neck relaxed. Now reaching up and stretching out the abdominals. That's it. Oh, this is a lovely, lovely stretch of your tummy. Now it's even better if you can get someone to grasp your hands, but just communicate with them and make sure they don't overly stretch you. Good. Well done. Okay, and just draw one knee in and draw the second knee in and give your lower back a little hug. That's good work. Well done. Now I'm going to finish up with a few moves. Let's do a cat-cow. I love this move for the lower back. So drawing your belly button in, drop your head. So breathe in to prepare, then breathe out and drop your head and look between your legs and draw your belly button right up to your spine. Breathe in while you're there and exhale it out. Good work. And try that again. Breathing in. Good. And bring your head back up. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale at the top and exhale to return your head. And again, you can pause the video and take your time with this. I'll do one more. I don't want the video to go over too long. And then sit back into child's pose, okay? And then I'll finish off with a frog stretch. It's a very good stretch for your inner thighs. Just walking those hands away, feeling a lovely stretch here in your discs in your spine. This is a lovely one for decompressing the spine. Good, and it's a great stretch for your shoulders. Can you feel that lovely stretch for the muscles in around your shoulder blades and your latissimus dorsi? That's great, getting rid of all those cracks and creaks. Now, the frog stretch. So I'll just turn my mat because you will need support for your knees with this one. So open up your legs. Be careful with this one. Can't stress how important it is to be careful. Walk your hands and just go as far as you can feel tension building up in your groin or your inner thighs, but no further. Okay, you don't want to switch on your stretch reflex. Okay, that'll cause the muscle to quiver. That's just a safety mechanism in our muscles that switches on when the nervous system feels like there's too much tension going on in the muscle. So it's a safety device just to stop you from tearing a muscle. This one needs work, so you have to work on this, okay? And you can get down deeper and walk those hands away if the tension wears off. If it doesn't, just hold it there. And maybe even 10 seconds of that stretch might be enough for you. And come out of it and go back in and do another 10 and keep repeating it 2 or 3 times. So I hope you enjoyed those stretches, those mobility moves and those stretches. Work on them. They're there for you to do every day. Just do a slight warm up if you haven't come from a workout. And I will be doing a series of these stretches as well, just to try and encourage you to work on your mobility and your cool down. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I will see you back here very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.